Welcome, I'm Donna Dewberry, and I'm doing another relaxant paint. I created one-stroke painting technique, and thousands of people all over the world are painting with me. And I want you to join me today and do a fun little art piece. This is wet, 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 and I'm excited to share with you how fun this is. It's a watercolor look. It's quick and easy to do, and we're going to have fun. So what I want you to know is that this is for beginners or people who've been painting for a long time, but it's the one stroke way that I'm teaching. And I want you to know that we are going to use multi-surface paint. So multi-surface paints and acrylic, and we're using my brushes and all kinds of fun tools and stuff. So I want you to get a water spray bottle and some art paper. This is tan tones, a multimedia board, and it's just thicker paper, and it comes in a pad. And so it's a heavier paper. So lift it up and make sure it's heavy. And it's gonna make a wonderful, fun background. And I want you to know, I would love for you to watch my tutorials on later in the week on Fridays, because I teach you from the beginning what terminology and all we use in one stroke from my tools all the way to every single stroke I'm sharing with you. So if I'm painting with you and you like it and you want more, please, I'm praying that you go subscribe and come and like what you like and share. And I've got so much more that you can do with me. So how's that sound? Let's have fun together. So I am going to flip the camera. Okay, so I'm using a palette that I've already been working with. It's all multi-surface colors, so I'm going to share that with you as we go here. And I've got some paper towels here because I am going to use my blow dryer, and I've been painting a lot today. Can you see? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to spray and wet this first, okay? So can you see where the water is going on here? And you can use any color you want. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to put a little bit, I got water on this fan brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of this Pueblo. This is Pueblo. It's like clay pot color, okay? I put some of that in the background. I'm going to put some Juneberry. See, I picked up water in this Juneberry, and it's going to spread in here. Seeing that kind of fun? All right, so a little bit of that goes a long way. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to wash this out, pick up a little bit of purple with water. This is dioxazine purple, which is all over my hand, as you can see. Okay, and then let's get a little bit of this green. This is classic and citrus green, so I can put some of that in the middle here, because we're going to have some green up there. Okay, so what does this look like? All right, so I can at any time say, okay, let's spray this a little bit more. Now what I want you to see is I'm going to use my blow dryer, and I'm going to keep a paper towel because I might want to tap on this. See how it's running all over here? I'm going to tap here. Okay, guys, now what I need to do is dry all this up. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to tap it and get all the excess water if I don't want that on there. And we got to make sure we like this color, what we're doing. See the backgrounds? Here's one, there's another background. Okay. So, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some chisel edged greenery in here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got floating medium. I want to show you what that is. This is floating medium. It comes in 2 ounces or 8 ounces. It's the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment. All of my stuff is on onestroke.com. If you want any of the tools that I'm using, I also have something new. I have shorts now that you can, they're just kind of interesting and fun, and that inspires you to do more. Now I'm on the chisel edge of this 12 flat. All right. So I'm going to come in here. I needed to wash my hands before I went on, but y'all can tell I'm an artist, right? Because I've got my hands full of paint. All right. So then this one right here is going to be thin in the middle. All right. I'm going to put a couple purple blossoms there. All right. Then I'm going to have a snapdragon right here. And then a cluster of fun little flowers down here. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is snapdragons have to have all kinds of stems coming off of here. So I'm going to take this chisel still. This is the chisel. We're going to take that chisel and we're going to work this. Okay. All right. There we go. So that's what we want to see. It's just all the underneath. All right. So now what I want you to see is that I'm going to pick up like this teal and citrus, bright green and citrus. All right. So I'm just going to come along here and put some color in here. I'm going to turn it around and do some little tapping. Can do like fern in here. There's all kinds of looks that you can get in here. Okay. So I also came in here with teal and white and came and just did a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Okay, that's just going to look like another piece of greenery. All right. And then you can chisel edge some long slender leaves in here. See all the pretty colors. You want to add lots of colors to this to get what you want to see. Okay. Now I am going to come in here and then just pull some more in here. But now we want to get some of this Prussian blue and teal. And what I want to do is I want to come in here and do some eucalyptus with the corner of this brush. We're going to have some blue. And so there's a stem that goes in the middle, right? All right, I can use a smaller brush for this. I shouldn't use such a big one. Let me get a smaller one. All right, so this is an 8. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Here's a 6. All right, so I'm going to come in here. Eucalyptus has just got a little bit of an oval, but if I take some Prussian there, all right, and I'll put a stem through there and there. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now, before we start our snapdragon, I want you to see that I'm going to take some darker green here on the tip with Prussian blue. Okay, so this is classic green. See the light green? It's a medium green kind of. Okay, and then I'm going to come from that and I'm going to pick up purple. So we are going to do a light purple. So this is heavier paint. This isn't a watercolor look as much. This is a heavier paint, right? So I'm going to put some violet pansy. Is this purple? Okay, so let me pull it up so you see. Now I'm going to put dioxazine purple, which is a really dark, rich purple. and get that darker purple in there. See, it's got a stem at the top where it's blossomed. But what do we need? I think we need a little bit of white. So let's grab some white. And a little bit of white in here. Okay, so that gives us just a little bit of color, and we're just going for effect. Okay, so now what I want to show you is that we're going to take the small brush and we're going to start the snapdragon. So this is Juneberry, and we're going to come across here at the top because they're little teeny blossoms getting started. Okay, and this is still the 6. All right, and I'm going to come in here and see snapdragons get a little bit bigger as they come down. Now I'm going to go back to my 12. Now you see how easy all this is? You're going to come in here and you need these little, they got little segments that are kind of like poofy looking. And so I'm going to add a little bit of those in here along the way as they're getting bigger as they come down, right? So I'm also going to take that Juneberry, and we have a heavier one there and a little bit bigger here. Now this is straight paint right now. It's not floating medium or anything. I'm just putting straight paint in here, and I'm getting bigger as I come down. So I'm going to come right here and get a little bit of white. And just on these, it has that little segment that's kind of poofy at the bottom as the snapdragon kind of blossoms here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some yellow ochre. So I'm white with yellow ochre, and we're going to start up here. See how that white gives you some pretty color on the yellow. All right, so I'm going to come in here and have more of these. Now I'm going to put a little bit of Pueblo. See that color? So yellow ochre with a little bit of Pueblo. And we're going to come all in here. That's some of the color I used in that background, remember? Okay, so more yellow ochre with white. There we go. See, it was white up there, a little bit of white here. That little bit of white's just going to make this. Now, this is thick paint. This is not all floating medium and soft colors. This is heavy paint. So I'm picking up lots of paint, see? And I like leaving that texture. It's a good thing. Think of how cute some cards would be. This is a fun little project if you have all kinds of these lined up. And people could say, oh, I like the one with more purple in it. Or I like the one, I want to get that one right there if you're at the shows. Okay. So then down here, I'm going to do another little bush of these Pueblo flowers. So see, I'm just taking the 12 and I'm slapping it with Pueblo. Okay, then I take Pueblo and white, and see this, I'm going to work it in. All right, so look what happens here. I'm going to come around, pick up some more white. And this is just another little flower starting here. Little white. See all the shades of color you're getting here. There we go. All right. So I want you to see it's got a lot of brightness in it. But one of the things that made this look good too is I just come in here with some white. And I already have some white at the bottom of each one of these kind of, but I just want to go back and forth and add some white in here. There we go. Well, y'all can see, I want you to see what I do next. All right. So, all right. So this is one. See that? Let's look at it. See, I've got all these colors in here and in here. Like the background, all the backgrounds are different. So people will just love coming in there and picking out what they want. See, this one has more purple, more Juneberry. I can come in here with a little bit of this bright pink. It's more like a neon, and I can add that here and there. That kind of fun. When this dries, it's super neon looking. So you guys just have fun. What I want to show you now is the last thing I like to do is take my fan brush, and let's see if we have any more paint in here. All right, let me put out a little bit of white, and those are the splatters that you see. Now, if you like this, I come on every week and give you these free lessons, but you can also jump in at my membership and you get 20% off every month, 20% off anything you purchase on my site. It's called One Stroke Advantage because there's lots of advantages with One Stroke and being a member. You, for $9.99 is how you start. You get 4 lessons a month and 20% off everything you purchase. So come join us. It's called One Stroke Advantage right here on YouTube. I got carried away, got a lot of white paint. All right. And here's a little bit less. Okay. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.